Hi everyone, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Lewis and I am here to talk about the new Batman.
Who's the mustache with the broken nose?
It's Kinsey, narcotics.
He's one of the guys that got into it with at the Iceberg Lounge.
What are you saying, Kinsey moonlights for the Penguin?
Alright, moonlight's just a cop.
The Batman, as I was meant to say. For all you Batman fans out there, this film was directed by Matt Reeves and stars Robert Pattinson as Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman and Selina Kyle, Paul Dano as the Riddler, Colin Farrell as the unrecognisable The Penguin, aka Oswald Cobblepot, and of course many others as well. So what is the film about? The film starts on Halloween night in Gotham City when Mayor Don Mitchell Jr. is murdered by the deranged serial killer who calls himself the Riddler. The Riddler is a meticulous guy who wears a green mask that is wrapped in cling film. He wears a green coat with a question mark on it and has a roll of duct tape that he uses to cover his victims with. Lieutenant Jim Gordon and billionaire Bruce Wayne, who has served 2 years as a vigilante Batman, aka the Cape Crusader, solving crimes with some of the city's most terrorizing killers. When the bat symbol shines in the sky, the Batman knows that there's going to be trouble lurking in the town, in the city. Anyway, they investigate the scene with the help of the Gotham Police Department. Lieutenant Jim Gordon discovers that the Riddler has left a message for the Batman, but Commissioner Pete Savage berates him for allowing a vigilante to enter a crime scene where the murder took place. He forces Batman to leave, then the Riddler kills Commissioner Pete Savage and leaves yet again another horrifying message for Batman. Batman and Gordon discover that the Riddler has left a thumb drive in Mitchell's car containing graphic images of Mitchell with a woman called Annika at the Iceberg Lounge, a nightclub operated by mobster Carmine Falcone, lieutenant played by John Turturro. The Batman has some questions for the Penguin, but he pleads ignorance that he had nothing to do with the murders. Batman notices Selina Kyle, who is Annika's roommate and best friend, who works there as a waitress. After a friend disappears, Batman decides to send Selina to the Iceberg Lounge to look for some answers. Selina discovers that Savage was on Falcone's payroll as is district attorney Gil Colson. Selina cuts off communication when Batman presses her about her relationship with Falcone. Just then, the Riddler abducts Colson and straps a timed collar bomb around his neck that could go off at any time if he doesn't solve the Riddler's riddle, and sends him to interrupt the funeral. When Batman arrives, he can see the Riddler has taped a phone to Colson's hand and a letter on his chest addressed to the Batman. The Riddler calls him via video call and threatens to detonate the bomb around Colson's neck if he doesn't answer the 3 riddles. Batman helps him answer the first 2, but Colson refuses to answer the third one. The riddle is to name the informant who gave the GCPD information that led to a historic drug bust ending Sal Maroni's operation. The collar then blows up in blaze and Colson dies. Batman and Gordon deduce that the informant could be the Penguin, so they track him down to a drug deal. They discover that Maroni's operation never actually ended, and many GCPD officers are involved. Selina inadvertently exposes them when she arrives to steal some money. As the Penguin flees, Selina sees Annika's corpse in the back of a car trunk. Batman captures the Penguin, but soon learns that he is not the informant. Batman and Gordon decide to follow Riddler's trail to the ruins of an orphanage operated by Batman Bruce's parents, Thomas and Martha. They learn that the Riddler was a resident of the orphanage and wants to hold a grudge against the Wayne family. Bruce's butler, caretaker and father figure Alfred is hospitalized after opening a mysterious letter addressed to Bruce that has a bomb inside. The Riddler then seeks evidence that Bruce's father Thomas, who was running for mayor at the time when he was murdered, hired a journalist to kill Falcone for threatening to reveal an embarrassing detail about his wife and Bruce's mother's Martha's history of mental illness. Bruce, who grew up believing that his father, morally understanding, confronts Alfred, who confirms the allegations but states that his father decided to turn Falcone over to the police after learning about the murder. Alfred summarizes that Falcone had Thomas and Arthur killed to prevent this. Selina tells Batman that Falcone is a neglectful father, killed her roommate and girlfriend Annika, learns that Annika was strangled because Mitchell told her that Falcone was the informant, and resolves to frame him for murdering Annika. Batman and Gordon arrive at the Iceberg Lounge just in time to stop her then. The Riddler kills Falcone unmasked as forensic accountant Edward Nashton. The Riddler is incarcerated at Arkham Asylum State Hospital. Nashton says that as a neglected orphan, he was envious of the sympathy Bruce received after his parents' murder. He idolizes Batman, who inspired him to target the corrupted and propose a partnership, but Batman rejects his offer of being a true and loyal partner that he doesn't want to be researching his apartment. Batman uncovers that Nashton stationed bombs around Gotham and cultivated an online following that plans to assassinate Mayor-elect Bella Real. The bombs that destroy the breakwaters and brings havoc around Gotham and floods the entire city. A shelter is set up in an indoor area where men dressed like the Riddler, Nashton's soldiers, shoot but fail to kill Real, but are stopped by Batman and Catwoman. In the aftermath, Nashton befriends another inmate while Selina deems Gotham beyond saving and leaves. Batman aids recovery efforts and vows to inspire hope in Gotham and restore order to Gotham to keep it protected and safe. So anyway, that was, I'm going to go into a few bits. What you did not know, that the inmate that Edward Nashton, aka the Riddler, was in jail with is actually the Joker, actually played by Barry Keoghan. I don't think he actually appeared in the film as a character, but we all know that his identity is definitely going to be it's going to be the Joker, which is going to be Batman's worst enemy. But that's just going to be so cool to actually see him. I think Matt Reeves wanted him to be in the next sequels of films, so that would be really cool to actually see him in the film. I would love that. What rating would I give this film? I would give this film a 10 out of 10. Really, really good film. But the only problem with that is that it was 3 hours long, and I was kind of hoping that they would only stretch it down, so maybe cut it down to maybe 2 hours or something like that. Well, the film is 2 hours and 56 minutes, but maybe cut a few hours of the film. That was only my only hiccup with this film. But overall, I really enjoyed it. It was just fantastic, and I was so glad I got to see this movie. Let me know if you guys have seen The Batman. What did you think about it? Did you like this film? Did you not like it? And what would you give it? What rating would you give it? Anyway, that was my review for the new Batman film directed by Matt Reeves. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a like, and of course subscribe to the channel, and also share this with anyone who you know. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I shall see you guys again soon for another video, I guess. And until next time, I'm the Batman. I was just in a funny voice.